Well, I'm here with Lewis from Arla Foods Ingredients. This is one of the most exciting stands I've seen.
Thank you a lot. We try every time we have FIE really to change our layout and try really to attract the customers to come on board. And I think what we have seen the last couple of years that we have changed our approach in not only focusing on that we're delivering or serving a B2B market, but in fact that we also are serving final consumers. So our focus is really to serve final consumers, and that's also back to the theme we have for this year's exhibition.
It's certainly very vibrant, and I know there's testing going behind as well. There's a Meet the Experts area, which we're going to come to in just a second. But first of all, give us a little bit of a history behind Arla Foods Ingredients.
Yes, so Arla Foods Ingredients is a part of Arla Foods, so it's a cooperative fully owned by Arla Foods. We have factories globally, so footprint both in Norway, in Germany and Argentina with our partners. And then we have our setup, or you could say the base, out of Denmark. We are one of the global leaders in value-added whey proteins and lactose. And we are serving globally the markets, so both you could say with a platform out of Europe, but also we are serving the other continents, and mainly what we have seen the last couple of years, especially the Asian markets. We are focused a lot into segments, and that's also a part of how we are trying to approach our customers this week here in Frankfurt, where we are focusing on pediatrics, so infant formulas, where we serve value-added ingredients into that segment, and also what we call health and performance, so both sports nutrition, but also clinical, and then we serve a variety of food applications throughout that chain also.
It's multifaceted. You cover a lot of different areas, a lot of different fields. Now, on the screen behind, I'm not sure if you've seen it going so far, but there's a big banner saying Nutrition for Life. Tell us a little bit about that.
So Nutrition for Life is really for us really to find out how can consumers benefit from the good things in whey, so to say. So it's about how we can ensure in the entire life of people, going from babies towards seniority also, so where we can bring benefits from our ingredients towards the way you consume products as a person in the consumer part of the business.
So in many ways it's a bit of a philosophy almost. The Nutrition for Life is a philosophy, and then you create products to go into that.
It's a philosophy clearly that we in this globe here we are turning into, let's say in 35 years from now or so, we will be 2 billion more people, and we need to understand how can we feed the population best possible in the future. And when we look on whey, we have to remember that just 2 generations back it was a by-stream product or even a waste product. And today we have tried together with the rest of the producers of whey really to bring much more value into it and use it as a key ingredient in the way you feed the consumers with the ingredients or final products, so to speak.
Absolutely. And whey is something that over the years we've become more and more accustomed to seeing on, you can buy tubs of whey protein if you're doing bodybuilding and things like that. So it's something we're seeing more and more of. Is consumer awareness something that helps you fulfill your ambition there?
We see an increased focus on consumer awareness about how people have focused on a more healthier diet. So this is some of the things we are focusing on here and as how we approach the market also. But it's clearly that what we have seen the last couple of years is that the market is changing. People are more aware of how they have their diet. And we see clearly a tendency also coming from the US towards the European markets today. And what we see now also is clearly that the markets in Asia are developing also similar to what we have seen both in Europe and the US. And this is a global trend coming on. So it's not only about, you could say, sports nutrition. It is about how sports nutrition are getting into diets where I would say you in the future most likely will see that standard food products and sports nutrition will merge. And then you'll have a more focus on healthy diets in generally, especially when you look on these grab-and-go products you can find throughout the globe.
And social media has a big part to play in that because everyone starts to get aware, and I think sport does spark people's interest in the products that are around. So what products do you have available that fit into that whole ethos?
Yeah, so we have 3 products we are trying to launch at this exhibition. So we have what we call a pre-meal shot, which is focused on with fibers and whey proteins, which are focusing on blood sugar reduction, or also preventing that you will have a diabetes later in your life. We are looking at a carbonated drink also, which is for kids. And then also what we have is for, you could say, a complementary feeding, not only for the babies, but also for the moms. So how you could say, are you to start to eat in the right terms before you get pregnant, and then also after you're pregnant you start to eat and more focus on your diet, and then also how do you then feed the babies afterwards.
I know there's a fact about diabetes on the NHS that I found out recently, that the NHS in the UK, they spend 10% of their budget goes on diabetes type 2, which is it's a huge amount of money that goes onto it, and that diet is a part of that.
The diet is a part of that, but I also say this is one of the new things we have for this exhibition. So it's something new we're trying to explore and really try to bring to the market. And I think that's also key when we go to these exhibitions. We try to bring new ideas to the market, to our customers, in order to find out how could they serve a consumer, or how could they also serve a new trend in the market. This is really where we try to focus on as Arla Foods Ingredients, and really try to do a change and deliver something new to the market, not only in the benefit for our company, but also in the benefit for our customers, but also in the benefit for the industry to develop further on.
And what's the response been so far from everything you brought here?
What we have seen of the attraction here also, and by the experts we are having here to the booth also, is clearly that it's bringing interest to our booth, and we see normally also that the way by having the approach linked into more consumer angle compared to a B2B angle, that also drives some attention from people attending the exhibition and the show this week.
Well, let's take a little stroll over there as well if we can, and Alex can get a look at people trying things, because there's an area here called Meet the Experts. Just talk us through who the experts are.
So we have different kind of experts, and we are back to the segments we also are serving. So we have, you could say, both people normally with a long education in terms of application know-how and dairy educations also, but also people who have a more focused on diets for people. And there we are trying to showcase different kind of examples where we then have these experts to serve. So it's both in terms of regular food products, where we have solutions, but also back again to really in terms of healthier ingredients, so both in terms of sport nutrition and more clinical things. And then we have, of course, the part of the child nutrition area also.
I see. Well, thanks so much for telling us all about it. That's Arla Foods Ingredients. Come here to the show. If you're here in Frankfurt, come and check them out. And, well, speak to the experts, but also try some of this, which I'm going to have to do. So, Lewis, thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm just going to try this. Here we are. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm trying this little drink here. So here we go. Let's have a little... Smells good, smells good. Oh, lovely. Give it a whirl. Go on.